Hey guys, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Breaker, good to see you. Barkman, how you doing? If I can make this symbol here. Wait, I can't see myself. I don't know if I'm frozen to you too, but I appear to be frozen on my end. Anyway, if I'm frozen, say something. Buck Rogers, yeah, I'm frozen. Okay, let me fix that. Okay. I'll talk to you while I'm fixing it. Not sure what happened there. Camera went crazy. Yeah, I'm working on fixing that as we speak. So, looking at the settings here, not sure what happened. I need to enable it or something. You know what? When in doubt, unplug and plug. So, give me a second. Still frozen. Okay, working on it. Okay, I think it's back online right now. Let me double check. Okay, let's give it a go. Nope, it's still frozen. I have an idea. Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay, here it is. Need to work on the filters and stuff. Man, that's annoying. Okay, I think I'm almost done. Let's try this. Okay. I need to adjust myself. Okay. We'll go with that. At least I'm not frozen anymore. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. Buck Rogers, good to see you. First time chatter. Barkman, I see your Revenant is level 21 and not showing up in the scrapping menu. What are you missing? We'll find out soon. It's on a dock. Okay. Annie McCanny Face, good to see you. First time chatter. Jord, good to see you too. Breaker, good to see you. X-Duder. 337 Lee. Ultra Rao, hey, how you doing? Norwich. Breaker, okay. Everything is working. I'm a little smaller than the usual. Okay, we'll work with that. Anyway, after this technical fiasco is over, if you guys are going to notice, there are different redeems that I added, like sound alerts and all kind of different things. Let's see how that works. You're welcome to play around with it. I tested it a few times, but never live, so we'll find out today. Like you'll see with the martinis, with the channel points, there's like 10 or 15 different alerts now. Oh, and Annie Mechanic Face, thank you for the follow. Okay, so I'm recalling all the ships, and it's time to get out of deep space and do some things. Yes. It does not exist in this dojo. You guys know it. I was looking for like an AI that can change and add... Why are you farting? That can add like a FOMO in the same voice, in the same tenacity. But I wasn't able to find anything. So if you guys know of a website or any service that can do that, I can actually add them saying FOMO. Because right now I just cut the first word. Yeah, Davey, why are you farting? Why are you farting? All right. Let me see what daily goals I have incomplete. I guess some cute challenges. Never trust a fart. Never trust a fart. But if you need to fart, fart. And if you're alone by your computer, just do it. Okay. So my little trick when I go to the XP reward and I find the officers, because I don't have a slot yet to save them. So I just do it like that really quick. And let me switch to the Enterprise D. And run a couple of these. FOMO is a content creator on YouTube. He reviews TVS. I didn't know that. Why again haven't you claimed all your Q rewards? I thought I said Major Samo. Are you trying to like start trouble here? There's a reason behind the madness. I'll expand on that. Here. So, as you can see, every one of these gives you some rewards. Mainly I'm looking at the trial bells. So I have about 500, 600, 700, maybe more trial bells waiting for me. I'm not in a rush to claim them now because also they're going to go up in value whenever I increase that building's tier. So if we look at the building, right now it's 65. It's reasonable. So right now it gives me 980% rewards from every one of the claims. But if we go and look at level 70, for example, 1300. So I can increase it by 1.5x. Now, if I'm ever desperate for proto matters, sure, I'll claim it right away and start completing them. But there's no rush. I'm not in a hurry. I'm patient. There's a structure. And yeah, I'm not going to let FOMO, I mind you, FOMO, to scare me and make me cash it in early. There's no real value. Major, no, you just got in from Aaron. Sorry if you missed it earlier. No. It's fine. I just covered it for the first time today. T-Red, how you doing, man? Have you not claimed those rewards? No, I haven't claimed them. The main reason for me to claim them, if I really wanted to, it's going to give me those the rare currency. Sorry, I can't remember all the currency names. There's so many of them. This will remind me if I'll go to Forbidden Tech. Okay, so these mining techs. So the currency is rare forbidden fragments. I think I can claim one of these today. Like I already started redeeming for chests. But really all it gives me if I claim it now early, it's going to give me these two missing mining techs. My mining income is not an issue. I'm not really worried. I'm hoarding it because there's no real necessity for me. It doesn't really change my gameplay or my progression in any way, so I'll hold. Maybe there's going to be an event or something that Scopely does that is going to justify me spending it. But right now, I'm good as is. Breaker, yeah, task. I could use it for a task if it's ever an issue. And at the rate Scopely is evolving their Alliance tournaments, now they're making Grandmaster, they're increasing the frequency they're releasing them. I want to be ready. So, it's stand there. The San Bergo on YouTube says, what is the best crew set for trials? Glad you're asking that. So, Pike Moreau Chen, or Pike Moreau Tlan, or Pike Moreau Kath, depends on what you're fighting. But the real game changer is if you get Admiral Janeway. She has one single ability that is going to make all the difference here. It's repression. So, max it to your command center building, and that's really going to make it so you take no damage. So I'll show you. If we look at the log of the two that I killed now. Repression makes me take 0 damage across the board. No damage. It's at 0. So I can fight these almost 250 billion hostiles and take 0 damage. Their cannons are huge. But they're shooting blanks. Basically. Major Samurai, I thought that only counted towards the actual battles, while the rewards tiers stay fixed. If we're talking about that currency, if you're talking about the proto matters, then every time you redeem, when you complete a queue trial, you get the bonus. The bonus is based on the building. If we're talking about that. Breaker says, I don't even claim the upgrading FTs either. You can view what's inside in the gift claims on the website. Yeah. Oh, these. Maybe you're talking about these. This is also additional queue trial tokens to start trials, potentially from these chests. And I like to complete both of the daily goals, the 125. So if I'm ever short, because we're claiming 80 a day, so I'm opening a couple of these chests to kind of get me to 125. It's an efficiency thing. T-Red, I understand your craziness now. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy with certification. Some of those FT upgrades gifts give trial bells. Correct. As you cash them. Ooh, I'm getting a cheer from Lightning Hawk. Thank you so much. How you doing, man? Domo says, JB question about level 60 rare Zindi Armada. I got Precious Camelside after defeating it. Ooh, Ramik, thank you for the subscription. And I see that the sound alert works. Nice. I appreciate the tier 1 sub. I got Precious Camelside after defeating it. Where do I redeem it? I don't see any pull in the Alliance tab. I need to know what that currency is. From the rare Zindi, you have two chests. You have the one that you get with the superior. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Maybe this. Yes. This is the currency you can only get when you initiate the rare Zindi. When you initiate the rare Zindi, you complete it, you get 25,000. 25,000 every 3 days, you can claim one of these chests. These are very precious, so they chose the right name because it gives you G6 materials, pretty much. It's guaranteed G6 materials and G6 parts, which whatever, but G6 speed-ups. This is all like grade 6 stuff. This is really good. Hey, Maxenheimer, good to see you. Pierce was the best Bond, like that animation. Yeah, he was my first. GoldenEye was the first Bond I watched when I was a kid. And that really was my gateway movie to the James Bond, you know, world. Yeah, Major Samuel, you answered that. Yeah, it might not show until 61 because it actually makes sense because if you're not G6 yet, they don't want to give you those rewards that early. Like, they don't want to, you know, give you that early access. They want you to actually cross the line, break the barrier to G6. But yeah, keep collecting them because they don't expire, so you'll just have more of that to claim. Okay, so we completed all the dailies. Dailies are pretty much done. Away teams, there's like 2 hours. Breaker, how do you get that? I see it, but never get the item to pull that G6 rare Zindi cheat chest. Yeah, you need to run. You need to initiate the Zindi Rare Armada. So you need to pay 5,000 directives, run it, defeat it, and then the initiator chest, the starter chest, contains 25,000 of them. That's the only way to get them that I know of. Oh yeah, yesterday I almost missed the Gathering Intel events. This bucket is elusive. It's hiding behind 2 other buckets. One of them that is arc long and another one that is like paid features. So I almost skipped it. So be mindful of the Gathering Intel for this arc. You can actually miss a few by accident. I almost did. I saw the rare 60 today. Booyah. Yeah, nice demo. Yeah, what I do is my standard policy with incursions. I pop a 200% EXO. And I go and I solo all the Zindi Armadas, all the G6 solo Armadas, all those currencies that I'm usually struggling with, because I want to get the most bang for my buck, the most bang for my directives. So that's usually the time to use it. All right, let's see what's up. Miners need to go out there. Wait, I dragged something, the multi-chat out. Oops. Oh my god, I'm messing things up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 2Q, hello, on YouTube. Yeah, Domo. Incursions, what I usually do is, it starts as soon as I can get on the game. I do all of my PvE objectives with the loot crew. And then after everything is done, then I go play PvP if I feel like it. T-Red, I have news, JB. Have started buying up pylon BPs today. 250 done, 100 to go. Very nice. So you're just waiting for the BPs, or are you also waiting for an ops level? T-Red. But man, that's exciting. The pylon is such a good game changer. Such a good ship. I still use it. And you guys are going to see me using it when I do my arena strategy reveal this coming Monday. So I changed my schedule a little bit because I'm planning to stream Mondays going forward. And I was streaming on Sundays and Wednesdays. So now it's going to be, at least for the current schedule, Wednesday, Saturday morning, and Monday evening for the arenas. And let's see how that goes. T-Red, waiting on both ops level and BPs. Ops level I'll do during the officer SLB. Very nice. Hey, Miserex. Good to see you. Yeah, so the pylum, anything that has bonus loot in Arena is very useful. And you'll see what I do. I mean, I can tell you a little bit now, but it's better to see it. As you defeat hostiles and the armadas there, the loot bonus gives you extra currency so you can run armadas faster. So you want to really use ships that have either built-in bonus loot ability, or you throw some loot officers on it, either on the bridge or below deck. Have some PvP ships, but your scoring ships, you want to aim at them being with the loot crew. Ultra Wow, I like the idea you're always streaming during noon or lunchtime here in Brazil. That's convenient. Yeah, during lunch or dinner time. Yeah, my Wednesday may change. I may be taking like a business project that will keep me occupied on Wednesdays. I'm not sure yet. But for now, this is it. Like, weekend is going to be set and evenings are going to be set. But my daytime, which right now is the only weekday daytime I'm streaming, is Wednesday. That may change in the future. Breaker, yeah, one hostile with loot crew on G4 rare. One solo armada during arena. Yeah. So for the rare armada, it doesn't matter which one scores, because you don't really gain any currency from it. You get 300 points. But for the hostile killing and the uncommon armada completion, you want to use loot crew. Business project. If you're just a real spy hiding in plain sight. Yeah, Maxenheimer, you know, I have secrets. I have secrets. I'm an entrepreneur, so I take a lot of different ventures as I see opportunities. That's really how I roll. Miserex, I already have an Enterprise A, and it is beautiful. Yes, it is. Every Enterprise is beautiful. Remember the G3 Enterprise when the game was like vanilla? When people were flying that thing at Ops 34, they were like legends. I think I was running a Vidar at that point. Like that, my strongest ship was the vanilla Vidar at the time in G3. It was so sad. I didn't have faction credits. I didn't have anything. I was just like rolling with whatever specialty ship that can perform reasonably well. Tier 8, I also have enough materials and parts to push tier 7 pylum out of the gate. Will definitely serve you well, but remember what I said, like tier 4, tier 5 for the most part is going to meet all of your PvE needs. So if you want to take it to tier 7, why not? But those materials can get you to Ops 50 and the G5 economy way faster. So just consider it. What I would recommend is don't make any big plans. Build it, tier it up, see how it performs, and then make a decision. What makes you happy and what meets your objectives better. But deciding now, it's better to reassess as you move forward. Okay, so we need to kill Klingon. And for that, we're going to put this beauty on. This beautiful ship. Man, every time I just prep it, I get happy. I'm so happy with this ship. Oh, and you know what? There's a tweak that I was thinking about. So because I'm low on underdeck slots right now, and E-Data gives a bonus of 30% ISO Cascade, it is a good bonus. But if I replace him with another status effect officer, like Giorgio, then I'm getting in return, where is she? There she is. In return, I'm getting extra ISO damage from all the researches, all the bonuses from the research, and burning. So I think this is a better deal for now until I get more underdeck slots. Belux deserve 3 underdeck, and it probably will get it. Because I need to get 2 more tiers. I take it back. It may not get it. If this was tier 3, I would probably push. But since it's tier 4, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Ice Wolf, what's happening? Good to see you. There are a lot of different sound effects and sound alerts that I added. Some new shenanigans that you can play with if you want. Some people already redeemed them, so they clearly work. But yeah, just FYI. Yeah, there are plenty of them. I'm getting more advanced here. Okay, so we need to slaughter Klingon. So let's move to a non-hazard system. 6 minutes out. Morale is the better. Starpath research. Maybe burn them all. Yeah, that startled me. We will burn them all. Burn all the Klingons. Yeah, there's a good portion of Game of Thrones sound alerts there. I'm a nerd. No, it may get to tier 4 before I'm level 70 breaker. At the rate that I'm acquiring Uncommon Crystal, if I have some leftover, I'm probably going to throw a little bit at the Velox. But it really is going to be... I think next incursions, I'll know what I'm going to be doing it more, because I'll be doing my G6 Solomadas, and I wanted to kill the highest possible one. So if I see that by tiering it up, I can get a higher Solomada, that's a worthy goal. That's a worthy reason to do that. Because I invest some material, and it produces more material because I'm claiming more chests. So the math makes sense. But just for vanity, no. I'm not doing it for vanity. Ultra, but it is not only because of power. 300 dex on G6 makes a huge difference in quality. Agreed, Ultra Raw. Agreed 100%. But do I have a problem completing my daily tasks so far? I don't. So why should I do it? This is the difference in view. This is how Scopely wants us to feel. So we will fall into the trap. I say I have clear objectives, and my ships are a means to complete these objectives. If they perform, they're fine. If they're not performing, I'll look into it. There's also the increase of your warp range on level 70. Yes. But right now, at Op 67, I'm okay with the warp. I added this Chaos Tech to it, so I give it 30 additional warp distance. And without Grush, its warp range is 1545. No need to change anything. Ice Wolf, I want to max Sanctus so I can punish idiots on Monday. I'm there. I hear you. So Ice Wolf, how you doing in arenas these days? What's your team? What's your strategy? Where do you want to be? Do you have a regular team or you just go random? T-Red, the game is about efficiency, and if it costs you less to do a task, you should almost always look into it. That'd be why I'd be looking at higher tier ships, ship tiers. Yeah, I know, but again, I can complete almost everything with one hull, maybe two. It's efficiency in ops progression for me, not just efficiency for the sake of efficiency. I know I'm different with the way I'm playing the game, but I mean, when anyone asks me, how did you get here? This is how I got here, with this mentality. Breaker, I'm still good with my ND as Op 64, and I'll be good at 65 too. Yeah, and I was good with it until, including Op 66. It's great. I'm still using it, by the way. It's still like, I'm trying to make my Velox my primary ship, but right now it's like 50-50. And Max says, I looked up the speed up costs for Op 70. Should not have done that. I hear you. I think you might have the mats faster than the speed ups. Yes, that's what I noticed. Somewhere around Op 65, 66, your bottleneck transitions back to materials. Materials is, again, the #1 bottleneck. At the beginning, it was some par steel and speed ups, and then speed ups mainly, and then material and speed ups, and now just materials. Mainly uncommon materials, by the way. Rare are not in high demand the way they were in G4 and G5. Ice Wolf random, but tier 8 Sanctus isn't cutting it. Even a tier 12 may not cut it if you face some wild, crazy spender higher level than you. Strategy over ship tiers. Strategy is it. You guys are going to see exactly what I'm doing. Like last Monday, I was 14 wins, 1 loss. And that 1 loss was actually streamed by my opponent. Rex Super, I believe. Anyway, and it was a tight match. It reached time. And they beat us by a few points. And I got disconnected the last minute and a half. Yeah, Ice Wolf, you were there. You saw that. God damn it. I was like locked out of the game. I'm like trying to rebooting twice. I wasn't in. And even in his stream, he was mentioning, why is James Bond not moving? Because I was DC'd. That was so stupid. Anyway, thank you, Scopely. But that was my single loss. It was still a fun match. Yeah, just cruel. You know, I'm fine losing to, you know, in a good match, but just for a DC, that's just not fun. That's not a good loss. That's not a good loss. Breaker, yeah, you're agreeing with me, and we play the same way. Yeah, that playstyle is not for everyone, but it freaking works. It produces results. That's for sure. Barkman says I AFK 3 arenas this week, and somehow went 2-1. I just AFK them until I get 2100 points and quit because I hate them. Yeah, I used to hate them, then loved them, pre-nerf. Then they nerfed it, then I hated them again. I quit for 3-4 weeks. And then I tried the public arenas and found a good team with a good strategy. And now I love them again. So it's a love-hate relationship with roller coaster ups and downs. Ice Wolf, you went 1-2 this week. Got in last hour. My alliance was already over it. Yeah, my alliance members mostly go AFK joining. I had 2 members before the nerf that we play together a lot, but then when the nerf happened, they decided they wanted to quit. So that's when I also decided to quit. Maxenheimer, sounds like you're bragging about leaving your teammates hanging. No. How did I leave my teammates hanging? No. I was just DC'd. And I think Tech Super had some, not technical issues. He wasn't out of the game. Or maybe he was out of the game. He had to reboot one time. But anyway, technical issues happen. It just sucks when they do. T-Red, you love how the G4 materials are non-issue right now with the bonus refineries? Yeah. Being a G4 player right now is heaven. You're all set. Materials are not the problem. It's just going to be speed ups, resources maybe, and ship parts. But you don't really need ship parts if you play the way I do. Tacos, that was one heck of a match. Seen it on More DHD YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. He did clip it. He did upload it there. It was a fun match. We need a rematch. And I'm going to stream it live regardless. So you're going to see it from my perspective too. Ultra Rao, you need to find a good squad. Well, I mean, my squad can potentially have 1 slot open if the low level doesn't show up. I need a level 70 that is the muscle and myself and somebody from, let's say, op 63 to 65. So if I have an opening and somebody wants to join, by all means join. Barkman, I've hated them since day 1. I'm very consistent. I hear you. It's you either love it or you hate it. I don't know somebody that is a casual arena player. PvP in this game is very challenging because they design it in a way that by default it's wallet size. But some tasks in the game, some objectives in the game can be more about strategy. So I try to make arena about that. So right now it's kind of like a hybrid of strategy and wallet size. It used to be mainly strategy. Ice Wolf, yours are great, but you play early. Yeah, I usually play in the evening Pacific time. Maxenheimer, my post wasn't directed at you. I replied to someone else. Okay, got it. Barkman, don't like how long it takes. Same as group waves. I don't do those since solo waves came out. It doesn't take that long. I mean, a match, my average match takes 5 to 7 minutes. If it lasts longer, it means that it's an epic match and I'm enjoying it so much, so it's gonna reach time or very close to time, which I'm okay with. I don't know, it's so hyper, like, that's why I want to stream it, because you guys need to see how I dive into this thing. Like, I just, I'm really hyper, like, it's gonna be fun. I just didn't want to share it because I was still trying to reach 65k rating. But since I am at 65k, and I said I'm going to reveal it, I will deliver. I will reveal it. Hey LSTs, good to see you on YouTube. Icewolf, the problem I have with public arenas is that when people lose their first ship, they just quit. Some do. Don't play with people that do. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it sucks. Like, if something didn't go well, if they took me down, I'm like, okay, I have a backup plan. Let's see what I can do about this. Like, I'm fine losing if there's full engagement. And all the 15 games that I played last Monday, I enjoyed every one of them, and some of them were so close. I played against Ingram and beat them. Like, it came down to hostile killing. And 20 seconds before it was over, we won. Because we reached 1,000 points, and the last 20, 30 points, we were grinding them with hostiles. Like, just farming hostiles. And in games like that, all those hostiles that you kill have meaning. Like, if they invested more in farming them early on in the match, or if we invested more or less farming them, it would have been a loss. Ultra, I didn't try arenas this week because I was very busy at work. Yeah, I'm right. I remember that you mentioned that on Discord. Yeah, legit. You've won a lot because you didn't quit. Yeah, just play it out. I mean, if you're there, just make the most out of it. And if you have 2 other players that are also as into it as you, then it's really becoming a lot of fun. Let me see if I can do something with my camera here. That's fine. I'm not going to deal with it now. Okay, did we finish this event? We may need another haul. Okay, we'll just kill 67s until we're dead. So last goes run you had was Ops 54 before you jumped. Now you're underpowered against 60s. So you just gotta keep going. Yeah. I mean, I'm used to being underpowered every time I join Icewolf. Even if I face somebody 66, 67, or even 65, they can probably overpower me because their ship was invested in. They have higher tiers, all of that. I rarely take them down. Like, if they bring, like, a weak ship... Yeah, free-to-play, it's not brutal. It's a different playstyle altogether. Like, I already know... In my mind, I already know I can't face them face smash head-to-head. Blunt face smashing is not gonna work. So, in the first place, I'm gonna approach it very differently. Like, I get in there, I score like a madman. Within 35 seconds, my rare is already launched. It's already launched. And the smart opponents focus fire on me first. Because if they leave me unchecked, or if they say might chase me, and I know I'm shooting myself in the foot now because I'm telling people what to do, but they'll find out in a few matches anyway. They better focus on me. If unchecked, I'm just gonna, you know, complete 2 rares before the timer reaches 5 minutes. And the other non-70, we have a good one. Bon Johnny, I believe. He plays the same way I do. So 2 of us are doing this. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm excited about arenas now. Like, this is gonna be fun. Because I reached all my objectives, now it's just pure fun. I don't need to get to a different bracket. I don't need more currency. I just play for fun. Bon Jondi, yeah. Yeah, he's on our Discord too. He's up 63 or 64. Ice Wolf, yeah, they're already on you at launch because you think streaming is a disadvantage. That's fine. Hey, you know, it's popularity. We're popular people. So fine, they can focus on us. I don't care. I'm just there to have fun now. But yeah, the team needs to get in there with a plan. You gotta have a plan. And within the first 30 seconds, you will see which team is the initiator, the proactive one, and which one is the reactive one. So it's better to be in the proactive one rather than just responding. Because then you're at the mercy of whatever their plan is and hope you have a counter. I don't know if you guys played World of Warcraft, but I used to play and they had arenas there, which was like either 2v2, 3v3, or 5v5. And the strategies there were insane. That's what I like about good design in arenas. Scopely didn't really design it that well, but I was able to find a team and a strategy that is kind of similar to the way I used to do it in WoW. Ultra, you asked because there's Bon John D Op 68 on my server. No, that's not him. He's Op 63. Amex says, saw some crazy Oh yeah, GS31 plays. Didn't expect on these new strategies so fast. I know. Oh my god. Some people used it so brilliantly. Like, I usually go in and I take down a cruiser. They were timing it that a second before I get to it, they already shot a beam and destroyed all the 5 hostiles that were near my ships. They just disarmed my plan completely in one move. That was beautiful. Bricker, you avoid arena there too. Yeah. Yeah, coordinated team will defeat brute force every time. Most of the time, yes. Nick M on YouTube, I used to lead in scoring before the impulse cap. Now I am just a target for someone with a mid to high tier 52 plus. Yeah, that's the biggest thing with the impulse speed. They were never even close to catching me, and now they can catch me. So the strategy had to change. Like before, it was me and 2 Op 62s, and we were facing people like 70 and 69, and people way stronger than us, and we were beating them because they were never able to catch us. Or if they did, it was too late because we scored so many points. Bricker, you love playing CS GO and Team Fortress? Which game is this? I don't know whatever this game is, CSGO. I don't know that. Ice Wolf, you are so happy with them and so mad they blew you up simultaneously. Yeah, the GS ship is a game changer for arenas. Once I have one, I will implement it right away. FleaNX05 on YouTube says, I'm Ops 31 now, and I'm considering buying a second Stella or Borg Cube from the store. What are your thoughts? Okay, so from the perspective of Ops 31, so you have one Stella. A second Stella was beneficial, but that loop is going to become obsolete. Depends on also how fast you're planning to progress. But the Stella loop is a dead loop when you're above G4. Once you're like mid G4, that is a dead loop. So I don't know about getting a second Stella. That loop has an end date. As far as the Borg Cube is a ship that is going to be there with you all the way to Op 70. You will use it and tier it up all the way to Op 70. So that's a long-term investment. But if I'm not mistaken, there are free-to-play paths of getting the Borg Cube. I don't remember what they are, but if there is one, I wouldn't necessarily go to the event store and spend my precious currency on that. My general rule for the event store is get items that are important to you, that are beneficial to your progression, that don't have, that you can't get them anywhere else, that they don't have free-to-play path to. That's the number one priority. Once you accomplished all of that, then you can start playing with the rest of the loot you have left. Yeah, Stella is obsolete, but he is Ultra. He is Ops 31, so I don't remember. There is some value to it, but I think the Stella is. I think the Stella also has another free-to-play path, if I'm not mistaken. You can get it in other places. I'm still do Stella for command badges at Op 66. Yeah, that's the only thing I do it, but you don't really need, excuse me, more than one Stella. I don't even scrap them anymore because I don't have the patience to do all the clicking and the tiering up and the leveling up. I just don't have the patience for it anymore. So I stopped. And what I do now, that's another thing to consider. If you really need to do the Stella cycle, just buy this chest over here. That will save you a lot of pain. Get the Stella particles from here. You can claim 7. That will get you every day a lot of Stella particles, a lot of security codes, so you can keep fueling that loop for as long as you actually need it. PleanX, are there free-to-play paths other than the event stores? For those two ships, I'm not 100% certain, but it's worth looking into. If there's another free-to-play source that is not the event store that we get every few months, then don't get it there. But if this is the only place, and this is going to be very profitable for you, for your progression long-term, then yes, do it. Absolutely. Davey, dude, I still haven't gotten the Stella to tier 9 Ops 46. You're not missing much. That loop, when it came out, it was very important. One thing I will say, the research tree of that one is very good. Early on. Now we have so many things that came with power creep that make it useless, but you got a bunch of efficiencies here. Material efficiencies and different things. All of it is maxed here, but I wouldn't skip it altogether, but I will also not make it a #1 priority. It's not what it used to be. Geppy212 says, hey JB, the only thing I get out of Stella anymore is just free ship parts. Yeah, G4 ship parts. Bad ones too. And I'll show you what I mean. They're really bad. Like, I thought about it, but yeah, so let's look at one I didn't claim yet. G4, and they don't have the chances, but the chances to actually proc and get a rare pull are garbage. 85% of the time you're gonna get uncommon. So do you really need uncommon G4 ship parts at this stage? That's not the bottleneck. It never has been. Tier first Stella comes from collecting the codes from exchange survey hostiles. Right, but we're talking about the second. Then you buy the BPs in the store. Yeah, I mean, look, I have 2 Stellas, but I got it early on when the loop was fresh. So I did use it, but I will not use it anymore. Now it's just a wasted ship slot. Yeah, we don't need the second Stella. The X-Borg store, Cosmic Cleanup. I don't remember if Cosmic Cleanup, but double check on Saturday, see what ships are offered there. I don't think a Stella is offered. Icewolf, when you finish the Stella research tree, stop doing the loop. That's your cutoff. Agreed. Agreed. But I will, like somebody else said here, I do it for the officer badges, 2 a week. That's a worthy goal, because at the rate they keep releasing officers and the rate that I'm promoting them, I need the badges. I mean, those never hurt. I'm not really starving for them, but it doesn't hurt. There are so many sources for Stella particles. There is no need to scrap a Stella anymore. Agreed 100%. I quit that loop. Tiered says, second Stella is useful. I still scrap that one and keep the max one for Armadas. Yeah, but you're in your G4s. You're in G4 land. So it makes perfect sense. This is still, it still has value for you. But a G5, G6 player, it's a waste of our time. We don't need this. Flea and XL5. Okay, I won't get a second Stella and probably focus on the prime cosmic particles as my alliance isn't in Master League. Yeah, that would be a better value for you. So I shared my shopping list, and I'll talk about it in a second. Let me just finish the chat. Breaker says, yeah, I don't need a second Stella these days. MX says, second Stella is not needed anymore. Xborg and Mirror give so much stuff. Agreed. So let me go back to my shopping list. I'm copying and pasting it. Give me a second. Okay. So there is the list. I'm definitely getting the Revenant rare parts. I'm getting all the pulls. 150,000 is going to go there. I'm getting the interphasic mirror that requires 38,400 to unlock. And then I'm going crazy with G6 Uncommon Crystal. I'm pretty much passing on all these three. I thought about NSCA, thought about Prime Orbit, thought about Eviscerator parts. But those loops and that Prime, I already got most of the Primes that I wanted. So I'm going for these three. These are my priorities. This is what my account actually needs. Ultrarao, I wouldn't be surprised if Scopely puts Stella to Independent Archive soon. Yeah, and they talked about it, and I think they're going to be putting the Fisha and the Devore and some other ships. I hope sooner rather than later. Stupid stealth currency, SLB, LB drop. Stealth currency. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing something. T-Rate, I can appreciate higher G5 and G6 player can skip. You all need an archive ASAP. Yes, we do. Yeah, they need to... Well, we don't even need to engage with these loops so much. But still, what I would like to see is when I get to the faction store and this looks just like this. That will make me happy. Moving Ice Wolf, okay. Okay, so we're recalling this because I think we finished that event. Let me just touch base on the events. Now, the reason also I'm not claiming this, and I explained it last time, the next Syndicate XP event they have, that's when I'm claiming it because these currencies are going to score. Drive safe, Ice Wolf. Agreed. Definitely drive safe. Oh, I'm glad they put this event here because this will give us a reminder to go to the event store and claim this daily. So that's a good reminder. It's a reminder event. I will get Lorca skill points and Dolomite. Yeah, those are solid choices too. I'm going for G6 Uncommon Rare because that will get me to Op 68 faster. And what it pays versus the conversion, I did the math last time. I can gain at least 15,000 worth of Uncommon G6 out of this deal. It's a pretty good deal. Ultra says, me too. I'm about to get Lorca's skill and Dolomite. Oh yeah, so let's look at Lorca a little bit more. There are a lot of abilities that I want to invest in. I really want to invest more in these. I will be waiting for points. I'm getting points every day. But the important ones are selected, like the efficiency one, the progression ones are selected. The material efficiency, the research. The rest now we're talking about ship power. We're talking about Lorca's Fist. There's still, I mean, I would love to max all these. But I shouldn't. Flea says, if I get a lucky pull from the Whispers event, might change some things for me. Yeah, let's see how that goes. But still, it's going to be a good amount, whatever you're going to get from those pulls and from the event. T-Red, I unlocked Suitor today, and I'm 5 BPs short of getting the NSTA. Oh, very nice. Suitor, I think I unlocked. I don't remember. I think I'm very close, though. Yeah, you can see it. I'm 14 shards away, so not there yet. YYZ Pilot says, hey JB, thanks again for your content. Because of your info, I'm focusing less on PvP and more on PvE. As well, even though I'm not much of a spender, I'm resisting temptation to get the new ship. Very proud of you. And yeah, if you choose to spend because you choose to, not because of FOMO. Don't let FOMO and Scopely's traps rule your spending. You take charge of it. But yeah, I'm glad the content helps. And PvP is just very costly. I would love to do more PvP. I do PvP to my capabilities. But the way the game is designed, PvP requires a lot of spending. And it's never enough unless you're like people like Istio and people that spend hundreds of thousands. Like, you're never going to compete with them. So just accepting that made me focus on PvE more, which made me a lot happier. I don't really feel that anything is missing. I'm actually really enjoying it. So I'm glad it's helping you too. Ultra Rao, I don't have Galvin, so I'm upgrading the isolytic damage skill on Lorca. Yeah. And again, all this, everything he gives, isolytic damage, isolytic defense, health, shields, all of that. Those are going to help your ships do better. But again, if your ships are handling everything they need to handle for your ops level, there's no fear. Like, you're fine. You're good. You're just really good. T-Red OJB is getting hostile damage. I thought about it. I mean, look, I want to get these things. I mean, they're going to be very helpful. But I'll be patient. I was patient. You guys remember, I didn't have him, and I was patient until I got him. So now I'm getting all the very important bonuses that he gives. But yeah, I don't need to go crazy. YYZ Pilot says, struggling with Trite though, big time. Yeah. This 56 gets butt kicked by higher levels and a few 56. Xduder, have a good rest of your stream, JB. Live long and prosper. Yeah, thanks, Xduder. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. T-Red says, Suitor in this event is in this event store if you want to get your unlock. I don't think he's that important, but let me double check. Again, I will be trading the loot I will spend on the shards for materials to Op 68. So let's see if it's worth it. What's his abilities? Repairs 12% of hull damage taken. Okay, so healing. Healing if he's on the bridge. Acknowledged. Under deck, start of combat increases critical hit damage by 30%. Nah, pass. Pass. I will wait. They will eventually source. He's a PvE officer that will be sourcing, and I'll be enjoying it when it's out. I'd rather to get to Op 68 faster. Like, I can smell and taste the Enterprise E. Why stopping now? Like, I'm hungry for more. I got the Vlogs. I want more. I'm almost there. I'm 3 ops levels away. Yeah, 8, 9, and 70. That's it. 3 ops levels away. Now is the time to push. Now is really the time to push. Now I'm going even more fixated now. Smell the E. Yeah. It's so good. It's so beautiful. It's such a good ship. And the power difference is insane. We have a guy. He's a fresh Op 70. And he has a tier 4 Enterprise E. And it's almost 20 billion in power. Crazy good. Flea says, think I will wait for incursions to get the rest of my Lorca shards. Yeah. That, and also you get 1 a day if you have the Vindicator. Most of my shards, most of my Loka shards I got from here. One every day. And when you tier it up, you get an additional one. So some days, on some, you're going to get a few additional shards just from tiering it up. But I think I bought like 7 or 8 shards from the incursion store. Timing it so I will unlock him the very morning I'm going to op 67. Ultra says I'm trying to increase my isolate because I couldn't beat the Revenant solo level 60.2. My ISO is too low. Fair enough. Yeah, if you see that this is actually gonna help you accomplish something like that, then yes, totally worth it. Breaker, easy pass on officers this time for me. Yeah, I agree with you. They're not that important. YYZ, FOMO not so good. Hunger, good. Yeah. Here. I'll redeem it myself. FOMO does not exist. Screw FOMO. Suitor is paired with Anorak, so if you have them together, they're alright. Thank you, Barkman. Thank you very much. Living la vida Lorca. Nice, nice reference. T-Red, I like how you are super focused on your ops progression goal. Very inspiring. Thanks. That's what makes me happy the most in the game. Yeah, 68 is not that far. I didn't sync my account since last weekend when I showed it to you guys. I'm gonna sync it once a week now, just so I can see some traction, see some progress. If I sync it every couple of days now, it's not gonna discourage me, but it's not gonna be as fun to look at. But syncing it and seeing, oh man, I made like a 8,000 uncommon progression. Brett, thank you for the follow. Yeah, seeing that progress like that, like, you know, a few thousands uncommons, that's encouraging. That's exciting. Flea says on YouTube, I just watched someone on YouTube post their NE unboxing and they tiered it up to 4 and it was just under 20 billion power. Exactly. And it's very easy to do that because, again, just like with the Enterprise D, right? You graduated the grade level. So all of your materials now don't go to buildings anymore. They can go to ships. They can go to researches. So that's when you really beef up all the, you know, the top tier of that grade level. I'll try increasing my Solic to turn my favorite loop more efficient. Agreed. That's a worthy goal. It's a worthy goal. And also the Revenant gives you more materials from the claims. So if you claim more, it means you get more materials, so it pays off. Flea says, if the Epic Officer shards didn't cost so much from Event Store, I would be more inclined to unlock them. Right, but I mean, I would say sometimes, like, if you're like a handful of shards away from unlocking an officer, and you have some extra, and that officer is going to make some difference, rather than, I unlocked an officer. But if it's actually going to make a difference, you're going to use him, use him, sure. Then, yeah, I make exceptions like that.
My name's Bond.
Ice Wolf! Thank you for subscribing. Tier 1 sub. Thank you. Maxenheimer, I wonder how many suits Daniel Craig went through when filming the movies. A lot. I think they better let him keep... That's right, T-Red. That's right. Ignore FOMO. It doesn't exist. It benefits Scopely more than anything. It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't even give you fun. Like, if you buy something out of FOMO, you kind of satisfy this urge, but are you really having fun? Ask yourselves that question. Ice Wolf, you're awesome. Thank you. YYZ says on YouTube, finally got my first jelly up to tier 12. Now need to grind the levels to 60. Hope that thing will make the next one easier. This one took a long time. Yes, the first jellyfish, just like the first million, takes the longest. The rest will just come follow. As far as getting into 60, here's the thing. So mine, I'll show you where I send it. Different crew, but let me just show you where I send it. So if you go to the Monovine space, the most it can get just with the Kirk warp increase ability is the 48 system. And it gets about 22,000 XP for me here per kill. You can just send it there and let it rot there, and it will just grind a lot. Like this one, I didn't really invest anything in it, and it reached level 48 just by me sending it there on occasion when I can. I can push it now with using some ship XP or some Latinum, but I don't really have the urge anymore. So I would say if scrapping the first one is gonna start beefing up your ships to the point where it's gonna really benefit you, then it's worth investing some Latinum in it with the first one. The rest of them, if you don't really need them for the tier up and all that stuff of the other ships, the Enterprise A and D, then just let them rot here whenever you have time. Don't really rush it so far. Brett says, yeah, the most, it's relief, not fun. Agreed. And that list will never be completed. It will never be completed. Even if you get everything that is available in the game now, next patch, you're back to the starting point. FOMO will kick in. The door is open. You're already used to, you conditioned yourself to buy them. And that's how people are even afraid of looking at the statements and do the math to see how much they spent total on the game. It's just a very dangerous thing to do, especially if you don't enjoy it as much. Like, spend money if it gives you happiness, but most people that spend money, I don't really see them happy. In fact, I see some of them being very bitter about the game. And that's, in my opinion, not a good use of the money. It's supposed to make you happy. Ice Wolf, hey, I have a crazy running question. On my run, all of a sudden, I couldn't get warm, and my heart rate was only 65. Middle run. I had to get out and sit in the hot tub. What the F is that? I need to Google. Heart rate 65 in the middle of a run? Damn. Okay. What pace are you running? I mean, it's a decent pace, right? It's not like a borderline walk pace. Yeah, something is not right. Get it checked. Get it checked, Ice Wolf. I need to catch up on the chat. Wait. Breaker says, depends on your ship efficiencies for both parts and mats to be profitable for the jelly. Yes. Yeah, you want to make sure that your efficiencies are there. That you're spending less than what you're gaining from it. Then it's a worthy loop. Brett, that's the universe telling us that my decision not to run was correct. I love running. It's a thing of mine. I'm running tonight, actually, after the stream. YYZ says, wow, thanks. I send it to the 42 system there. We'll try that. Yeah, it gains more XP in this in these systems rather than the old ones, the augment. YYZ will go higher system and invest some lat. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Brett, honestly, I should at least go walking more. Now that's it's getting warmer out. I do envy your weather patterns. Yeah, the weather is good when you run early, but in the summer here, if you run in the middle of the day, it's not fun. It's not fun. Now, when I ran the marathon, that was, last year, and when the spring just kicks in. So even though it starts at 7, it took me 3 hours and 49 minutes to finish. So the last hour, I already felt the heat because it was 10 a.m. 10 a.m. was already warm enough to, like, you really feel the difference. Like, it's taxing on your body. Like, whatever your effort is, it's like you're putting 20% additional effort on top of it because of the heat. YYZ, I think Buddha said, desire is the source of all suffering. FOMO. Yeah, he was wise. Iceful, yeah, dude, I checked it twice. It's fast for me. 17 minutes per mile. No, you feel great. Says hypothermia, low blood sugar. Yeah, don't do it on an empty stomach. On running morning, what I do is I have something like, let's say, a waffle, and I put some peanut butter on it and some jelly. Like, I want a good amount of carbs and protein and something solid also, not a protein shake. Like, I need something that is not too heavy, but something solid. Otherwise, the run is just not going to start the right way, and I'm going to suffer. Amak says, FOMO seems silly. Nearly everything will be available in 3 months later. And when you're always late, there's always new stuff. Yeah, once you figure that out, once you understand an MMO is never designed to be beaten. You're never supposed to have 100% of everything. And even if you spend, it's something that in order to maintain it, you need to be spending thousands of dollars every month. Are you willing to do that for a pixely game that will eventually die, or you're going to eventually quit? And then you have nothing to show for it other than the satisfaction. It's really the experience that we're getting here. The experience of playing it. Make your experience fun for you. That should be the #1 goal. If you're suffering, if you're not enjoying it by being free to play or by spending, then revisit your choices. That's what I recommend. Maxenheimer says, I might also be just be an issue with your HR monitor. Yeah, it could be. But I mean, you would feel if your heart rate is low or high. Like, I know when my heart rate reaches like the 160s, I can already feel it with my breathing. I don't need to look at my watch. Icewolf says, what are you up to since you're retraining? So yeah, what I do now, I mean, I run casually. Like, I run between 3 to 5 miles once or twice a week, and I do hill repeats. Like, I choose a hill that is between 30 seconds to 1 minute, and I run up of it. I run up to the top, and then I jog down, and I do it 8 to 12 times. And I do like a 1 mile warm-up and a 1 mile cooldown on the way back. Now, that thing will destroy you, but it builds so much strength. It's like a speed workout, and it's a hill, so that really builds form and stamina and speed. So doing one of those a week is great. And then I don't really go above 5 miles right now because I'm not training for anything big. I'm thinking this year I'll probably start with like a 5K, 10K training for one of those and get myself back into it. My plan is after the summer to join the training group that I train with. You know, and decide if I want to do a half marathon or a marathon. I don't know yet, but I'll go longer distances after the summer, probably. Barkman, I just looked behind me and no one is chasing me. I guess no run for me either. Brett James, do you also live in SoCal? Yes, I do. Yeah. Icewolf lives even further south than me in the Irvine area, but I'm in actual LA County, so. Yeah, Icewolf said the same thing. No, I'm not close to Pasadena. In the area-ish, like in a 25-mile radius, let's say. I don't want to give my exact location, but in the LA County. So wait, who else is in SoCal? Brett Day, are you so? Ooh, Speeder! Thank you for the follow. Nice, thank you. Man, I like these effects. I'm gonna be keep improving them, but just enabling that feature now, I can do more fun stuff on stream. I suppose, but something that doesn't roll around there either. Jorg, member of my alliance, Ops42, just asked me for a good Zindi crew. Any suggestions? I'll show you what I use. And actually, one time I used it by accident to get into the MU, so don't do that. So for Zindi hostiles, if you have the archer crew, use it with full synergy. It gives you the most amount of loot. That's what I use. Flea says on YouTube, once you reach 70 and can dump resources and materials into your entry. Oh. Thank you, Icewolf.
Bad Deadpool.
Thank you, Icewolf.
Good Deadpool.
Where was I? Yeah, so once you reach 70 and you can dump all the mats, do the Ent E, do you think your PvP capabilities can match low mid-level spenders? Who knows? And realistically, it's going to be either very close to G7 being released or after G7 is released, when my NE is going to be tiered up to my satisfaction. There's only one way to find out. I mean, I'm going to keep pushing. And let's see what happens. I think I have until October. So I'm on schedule so far. Yeah, Ice Wolf. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, I don't know if Scopely is ever going to do something in their headquarters, but, you know, if they do something and then community members can get to the headquarters, I'm sure I can see you there. Your resting HR is like 62. Oh, that reminds me. When you hit 115 heart rate, you feel it. When you hit 130, you start dying. Yeah. For me, it's like 170 is when I feel my death. Hill repeats suck, but they're so good for you. Hills, it's a love-hate relationship with hills, but once you actually do it, man, when you run flat surface, it's a joke. So yeah, my heart rate, I went to like my, you know, my annual checkup, and they check your, you know, blood pressure and whatever, and I was after the peak of my training, right? So my heart rate is like low 50s, maybe even high 40s, and the nurse is looking at me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just I'm just a long distance runner. It's fine. It's all good." Tacos, good for a core workout. Yeah. T-Red, Jorg, I run an S&W crew for Zindi, but each run is really short, so I feel like the NX needs levels. Yeah, if we're talking about the NX, what I do with the NX, let me throw it on here. So I'll show you, like, actually take out the loot officers for this. Excuse me, because we get like 500 from bonus from here, so they don't really make much difference. And then I throw like, you know, the self-healing and maybe even impulse speed. So it looks like that. So I get like all 3 status effects: mitigation, extra ISO damage, healing, and speed. Like, this is great for my NX. I can go to like, let me show you actually. I'll go to like the 62 system and show you how I slaughter a few of these. Like, I can fill my tank easily. 187 tokens. Wow. I need to use them. Max and Hammer, you never done a full marathon. You enjoy taking part in half marathons, but full ones, in my opinion, they aren't good for your knees. Yeah, I always wanted to do one, so I did my first last year, and I did really well. Recovery time takes longer from a full marathon. Half marathon I can recover in like almost no time. So, and also when you run full marathons, it's all about nutrition at that point. Like, if you mess up nutrition during the run, you're gonna pay for it, big time. So what I do is I take like those gels that have electrolytes and caffeine and whatever, 100 calories each, and every 30 to 40 minutes I down one. I just, you know, rip it open with my teeth, squeeze it in, take a sip of water, and I keep going every 30 to 40 minutes. And if I do that, then I'm replenishing my calories so I can actually finish the long runs. Ice Wolf, wait, for people not in California, you tell people Anaheim because everyone knows where that is. Yeah, Disneyland, everybody knows where the happiest place on earth is. Anorak's trip, Phlox might be a play. Yeah, I'll show you now in like a minute and a half. Brett, oh no, I'm in northeast outside Philadelphia. We get the nasty hot humid summers and also frozen cold dry widely winters, but we get like a nice 3 weeks in between. Yeah, man, the East Coast, I haven't explored it as much. I've been to Florida a few times, but it wasn't fun. The weather there is just not for me. I haven't been to New York yet. Like, stopped there on the way somewhere else, like overseas, but never actually explored it for like a week. Ice Wolf, I've done 2 half Ironman. Wow. Yeah, that's beyond me. But I had to do relay because my knees aren't good enough for below 10-minute mile. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, I know that I will not have the ability that I have today. I'm just milking it for as long as I can. Breaker, my resting heart rate is 75. It's not that bad. Ice Wolf, so longest I've run on land was 10K. Lots of 5Ks. More sprint triathlons and such. Yeah, I wanted to do triathlon, but we talked about it. We talked about my, you know, swimming and everything. Ooh, Amak, thank you for the follow. Thank you. You messed up nutrition so many times, yeah. That's... You may be able to get away with it in a half marathon, but if you mess up nutrition in a marathon, you're gonna pay the price. Oh, yes, you will. All those carcasses you see on mile 21, 22, those are people that were either overzealous or abandoned nutrition or both. Let me see, Barkman. I don't want to do anything that might make my nipples bleed, period. Man. Yeah, it's running is not for everyone. The runner's high is real. The natural drug that I produce, I can't live without it anymore. That's it, I'm ruined. I ruined myself. I can't stop. It's addictive. It's a healthy addiction. Ice Wolf, you know what's great for a snack? Boiled potatoes. Cut them in 1/4-inch slices. Slap a piece of feta or other not too melty cheese in between 2 cooked slices. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. And more print foil. Tuck in the pocket of the back of your running skirt. And you're working. Nice. Oh, that's a good idea. Damn it. But you know, I can't chew and run at the same time. I can't eat something solid that actually requires me to chew. Like, I can't do that. I need something that I can just squeeze, swallow, wash it off. Like, very quick. I can't eat solid food. I know some people can. This is something that I can't do. Oh, Tibbs is also in Philly? I didn't know that. Never actually asked him where he's from. Nick says on YouTube, the happiest place on earth is IHOP, not Disney. It's overrated. It's decent. I don't know. I like Disneyland better. Yeah, you promised not to fool Panda during my race. Okay. Brett, no, although I know he's just across the river from me in New Jersey. I'm trying to get him to host a local STFC meetup, but he has real family and life and stuff. Yeah, I mean, most of us are busy people. Oh my god, I'm not even dead yet. Yeah, so look, how many kills it took me to actually have a max load of 36 million? 7, but I probably filled up earlier than I thought. Yeah, I was full. Like, kill 6, kill 5. 5 hostiles and I got to full with this crew. And this is a max ship. This is tier 12 all the way level 60. So I'll just kill myself on like a battleship now and be done. Speeder, you did 2K once? Yeah, we got to start somewhere. I mean, look, when I started 3 years ago, my running venture, I wasn't able to run 2 miles without like stop to walk on the way. Like, it was hard for me to finish 2 miles. And then I found a good running group and a good training program. And every week, when you're consistent, running 2-3 days a week, after a year or even less, you can do amazing things. Ice Wolf, your husband wouldn't like that. Norms is better than IHOP. I have yet to have a meal in Norms. I know it's breakfast, but I have an IHOP like very close to me, so if I go anywhere, it's IHOP. Birthday, it's so weird being in a gaming community of adults. Anything I played before was mostly teens, college kids. Yeah, I know. Most of us are over 30, I would say. Okay, so this is the most efficient way I know to do the aquatics. For the regular one, I actually didn't try them with NX. I killed them with one of my warships. Same crew though. Ron Roberts on YouTube says, finally hit Ops 56 2 days ago. Got the Crozier built up to tier 4. Getting there slowly. Hey, slowly but surely. You have a Crozier tier 4. This should probably take care of all your needs until op 60. If you want to tier it up higher, you're welcome to it, but you're basically all set for your PvE needs now, so enjoy it. David says on YouTube, I lived in Scranton from 91 to 94. Don't miss it at all. Also, I'm from SoCal and love some Disney, especially WDW. Ice Wolf, this reminds me, we talked about they have some races in Disneyland. But I checked, I think you mentioned that sometimes they rotate the full marathon between the Anaheim Disney and the Florida Disney. But from my research, they only do half marathons in Anaheim. So I cannot do a full marathon there if I wanted to. But correct me if I'm wrong. Maxenheimer, I love the feeling you get after a certain amount of running. Like when you're when you found your pace and just get into the flow. It's like clearing your head. Might just be the cold shower afterwards though. No, it's true. Like even when I run with a group, or when I run in a race with, you know, some people that I know, eventually there are going to be some segments that you're going to find yourself on your own. And then, I don't know, I get like really spiritual moments then. Like I actually have moments when I don't know, get some great ideas or like aha moments and realization moments. And also this whole idea of mind over matter, and you're reaching your breaking point and you push forward and you find a way to push forward. It's this peaceful feeling, and then afterwards all the adrenaline rush and the endorphin rush. There's so many great things about running. So if your body is healthy and can handle it, I can't recommend it enough. Like it's so much fun. Ice Wolf, oh my god, I have to meet you for the weekend brunch at Norm's. It's already done. Okay, somewhere in the middle then, maybe Anaheim. Fox Kenny says, it was a shock to me being an older teen, seeing such an older gaming community. Oh, well, at least you're an older teen, so that's good to know that it's not just us old folks here. Yeah, I know we had some college people in my alliance that quit now, but like during COVID, you had a lot of people playing the game because there was nothing else to do. So there was a younger crowd then, but some people, I guess, stayed. Ice Wolf, yes, happiness in the flow of the movement. Really? Then they changed that, I'm guessing, because we're so small here. Yeah, that's what I saw. Like, half marathon in the last few years, that's the only thing they ran. So I didn't see anything else. I hope they will change it. I would love to do a marathon there. But even doing half marathon in Disneyland is going to be a fun experience. And I'll need to bring a costume. Like, yeah, I'll need to dress up to something. David Booker says, I think they did a full last year. Adam DeWoo and Tim Tracker ran in it. Okay. Yeah, the runners high, Ron Roberts. Okay, yeah, I should look into that. Yeah, David Booker, if you know when's the next date of their marathon there, maybe I was just looking in the wrong place, let me know and I'll start training. I would love to run that. Brett Day, I don't know, running just seems like taking LSD with extra steps. It's healthy. It's a healthy thing. What are you talking about? I don't know. I mean, we need some form of physical exercise, right? I mean, the gym, running, biking, swimming, archery, that's one of my things. But like anything physical, dancing, like we're not designed to sit in a chair all the time or on the couch. Like we got to do something. David Booker, out in Anaheim, that is. Some guy died after running it. Ooh. Well, you know what? I mean, if our day comes, I might as well die fighting for something or running. Like, if it's the end, then I want to do something before I go. While I go. David Booker, gotta go. Great videos, man. Especially the one about supplying the ND for free. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm glad it helps you. Brett Day says, are you reading from a Discord or YouTube as well? I'm not seeing all the comments you reply to. I'm multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch. So we have a good amount of people. We have 37 people on YouTube right now. And when I see a multi-chat, so I see both of them in the same place on OBS. but you guys on Twitch can only see Twitch. One of the big disadvantages on YouTube is that they can't interact with all the Twitch shenanigans. They can't do that. But yeah, I decided to multi-stream because I have over 1,600 followers on YouTube. And a lot of them, some of them, I should say, they don't have Twitch accounts. So I want them exposed to this also. And also the replays are staying indefinitely on YouTube, and Twitch dumps them after 2 weeks. So this way, those replays are there for those who want to catch up 2 weeks after they're released, for example. Birthday, and you're right, of course. I'm just, yeah, that's fine. Maxenheimer says, James Bond, I once had the opportunity to get into archery, but the guys didn't feel comfortable teaching a lefty. Hey, I'm a lefty. Sucks that they didn't want to teach you, but all you need is really a lefty bow. So, but whether you're right-handed or left-handed for archery, it actually goes by your dominant eye. So you need to decide what your dominant eye is. So in my case, I'm a lefty, but I'm also left eye dominant, so it's perfect. But if I was right eye dominant, I would be shooting a right-handed bow. But I shoot it with, you know, like I pull with my left. Ice Wolf, dude, archery. You're on my twin raccoon. Birthday, now archery is something I can get behind. I did that a lot in summer camp, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I got into it about 10 years ago. I was bored out of my mind, and I was going through a lot in my life. And Wolf, thank you for the follow, Wolf. Wolf a chat, 403444. Thank you. Yeah, I was bored out of my mind, was going through some tough times in life, and I'm like, dude, you need a hobby. You gotta find a hobby or you're gonna lose your mind. But for the life of me, I was sitting on the couch like, I can't think of anything. Like, nothing comes to mind. So when in doubt, go Google. So I actually typed hobbies for men on Google, and I found a website that had 50 popular hobbies for men. And some really weird ones too, like leatherworking, or there was like fishing, putting ships in a bottle, all kind of different things. And then I saw archery, and I'm a big Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings fan, and I'm like, oh my God, this is really cool. And then I found one near me. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So then I went there, and I, you know, took some private lessons and group lessons. And then about after 6 months, I bought Captain 20. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, after 6 months, I got my gear. They also told me don't buy gear too early because you don't know what you're going to get into. Maybe a combat bow or a traditional bow or a recurve. So I have a recurve. My bow is very similar to Hawkeye's bow. It's all black, and I have black arrows. But I don't have all the bombs and ropes and all this crap that he had. But yeah, it's like, you know, that's my gear. So I go like every couple of weeks to shoot. I used to go every day, but, you know, now I'm balancing it out with other stuff like the gym and running. Ultra Raw, you run once a week, but you also do swimming and cycling. Not necessarily a triathlon. Yeah, but it's great. It's great. I mean, I'm impressed with people's swimming skills if they can actually swim in a semi-competitive way. Because I swim like a 5-year-old that is keeping afloat, but that's all I can do. Barkman, what is the ship that has the native buff for the armadas in the hourglass systems on the left of the Voyager space? What are we talking about? Hourglass system on the left of the Voyager space. Oh. The new one that they released, the Relativity? Yeah, we're talking about the Relativity. Relativity goes into the hourglass. The Revenant goes to... So many systems, so many clusters. No. Is it here? No, it's not here. I can't keep up with all of this. I have it bookmarked somewhere. This is where the Revenant goes to these systems. Birthday, but that's for the groups. In the solos, you're probably better off using your biggest 2 ships. Most likely. I mean, by the time the relativity is going to be tiered up, yeah, I think this will get outdated. Archery is fun. You shoot compound. Nice. Compound is great. I just wanted to go like, you know, no sights, no accessories. I just want to go bare bow and just be like an instinctive shooter. And yeah, I'm closer to like, I'm not an elf by any means, but if ever the apocalypse is going to hit us and I need to run into the hills with my husky and my kid, then I can do hunting just fine without any. And by the way, if the apocalypse hits us, ammo is eventually going to run out, but bows will not. You can recycle them and you can make more, and you don't need machinery to do that. And also, it's stealth mode, right? So if I hunt something or have to take somebody down with my bow, they don't hear where the shot came from. But if you shoot somebody, everybody will know exactly where it came from, and they're all gonna jump and hoard on you. So this has some practical sense for zombie apocalypse stuff. Ice Wolf, your favorite was the little leather finger grip thingy on the leather guard, which kept me from flapping the string on my arm dozen times. Yeah, I use both. I have like a glove that just goes like all the way here, like a leather one. And that's what I hold the bow with. Ron says Game of Thrones was a great series, but season 8 seemed rushed. Yeah, I had that discussion with a few people, especially Rev Deuce. It was rushed, but I wish we had more. But I wasn't disappointed because it progressed in a direction that made perfect sense to me, and the signs were there all along. So I was just disappointed that it was over. Like, I can watch an extended version of a Lord of the Rings movie and sit there for 3.5, 4 hours, and at the end I will feel like, man, I could have sat for another hour. So it's never enough for me. Like, even if they doubled the episodes, it wouldn't be enough. The fact that Game of Thrones was over was frustrating. It wasn't really the ending for me. The ending was satisfying for me. Birthday says, see, I think everyone should just buy the crappiest recurve they can find to start with. When they eventually switch to a nicer bow, it will be like a revelation. True. But you also don't know like what resistance you're going to pull. Like now I pull like a 45 pound. So at full pull, it's as if I'm holding 45 pounds. But when I started, just to focus on form and everything, it was, I don't know, 14, then 14 pounds, and 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, until I actually reached this weight. That's my dog talking in his sleep. Brett Day, yeah, you try, but sometimes, somehow, you always manage to scrap the string on your forearm. That's painful when it happens. Yeah, but that's why the glove, it's like it protects all of my arm. So it doesn't matter where it hits, I'm protected. If it hits. Brett says, this was a plot point in The Walking Dead. You see a guy with a gun. You have no idea if he knows how to use it, but a guy still using a bow today, he knows how to use it. Amen to that. And it's skill, right? I mean, look, originally I'm from Israel, so I served in the IDF. I used weapons. If I want something super accurate with sights and everything, I'll just buy a gun. But I'm doing archery because I want this feeling of, bonding with nature and doing something old school. That's more exciting for me. Like, yeah, if you want accuracy, get a sniper rifle. Totally fine. Ice Wolf, well, I haven't shot since college, so we're eating dirt soup until I figure it out. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I can hunt, but I don't know how well I can cook it. So I need somebody that can skin, gut, and cook it. I'll do the hunting. Yeah, I know. When it hits, it freaking hurts. Oh, my God. Speeder says, I see a pattern. Running and archery. Both handy skills in dystopian society. Yeah, I'm predictable in that sense. And during COVID, I was at the archery range and I was shooting. And there was another guy shooting, and his girlfriend was bored while he's shooting. So she actually brought throwing knives. and she put like this flat, giant piece of wood, and she was throwing it at it. And that's like, oh my God, that's really exciting. So I tried throwing a few of these, and then I got myself some throwing axes and throwing knives. So now I have close range and long range. So I can shoot the bow, and if they get too close, throw an axe. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I gave up and bought one of those arm guards years ago. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have one. Just for the rare event that one shot every 200 shots that it's gonna hit your arm, it's worth buying it so you don't feel that pain, because that pain freaking hurts. All right, how about I'll play some STFC? Oh, I guess there was a reason I sent the ship there. Yeah, that's right, we have the weekly event. Okay, glad you guys actually told me to do that. So let me send the NX for one more round. I could have probably stayed there and kill a few more even though I don't get loot, but too late for that. Let me send it there and I'll focus on the chat again. Birthday, James, I feel like you would be a lot of fun to play D&D with. That's how I started. That's how my nerdiness started. When I was very young and introduced to D&D. And I played it all my childhood, including being a teenager. And then, yeah, got to my 20s and just left it behind. But actually, when I worked at Blizzard Entertainment many years ago, we played some D&D there after work. So that was the last time I actually played. Yeah, Brett, I don't know if you have like a online D&D group, but if I can fit it into my schedule, I'd love to do that again. Maxenheimer, I always thought those arm guards were just for show. No, they're for actual protection because it freaking hurts, man. Oh my God. I mean, imagine, like, I pull 45 pounds, so that string at 40-pound resistance velocity hits your forearm right here. Oh, you're gonna scream like a little girl. Birthday, oh no, dude. A string moving that fast. Yeah. Oh, another thing? If you shoot a traditional bow, so my recurve has like a arrow rest. So the arrow, hold on, I need to fix my camera. It's getting a little choppy or whatever. Give me a second here. No, that's not it. I think this is better now. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so I have an arrow rest, so the arrow rests on the arrow rest. Clearly, that's the name. And then it doesn't touch your hand. If you shoot a bare bow, like an actual traditional bow, then the arrow is sitting here. And the fletching are actually going to start scratching every time you shoot. So the glove I have actually protects this area too, because it starts from here. So that's good if I want to shoot with traditional bow as well. It will protect my arm, every area of the arm. So it's not damaged. It doesn't get hit. Maximum, what needs to happen for the string to hit your arm? For me, it needs to be a day that ends with a Y, but the others better like. It will be hard to show it here, but if I hold... So if I hold the bow right here, right? If you twist your arm this way, so you're creating a little bit of a gap. But if you're holding it straight, there's a better chance that it will start scraping it. But if you're holding it this way, then there's a little bit of a gap between the string. So there's less of a chance. But you still want that extra layer of protection. So apparently my tactics are bad in archery too. Hey, you're a good swimmer at least. That's you beat me there. If there's a swimming competition, I'll be just, lagging behind. And I'll have to catch up. If we do a triathlon, I'll need to catch up to you with running. But you'll build a really good lead with your swimming. My race pace was about, I think, 8 minutes, 47 seconds per mile average. Something like that. Okay, so we're gonna finish this event, and I think I need to run some armadas too. No, I should utilize the Velox more. Yeah, I have it. I need to use it. It's this is how it works. I mean, I'm gonna kill some G5 armadas, so it can totally handle it. Brett, right. The idea is that you want to point your elbow out. But the farther you want to hold out the bow, the less you can do it. It's a trade-off. And I usually pick better form over not rip up my arm. I don't know, it doesn't hit my arm anymore. And also when you pull, you want to make sure that your back muscle is doing most of the pulling rather than the shoulder, because then you're risking injury. So that's why they wanted me to start with, the instructor wanted me to start with a low weight resistance bow. So the form will be, I'll get into proper form off the bat. Because correcting bad habits is going to be taking much longer. Okay, this is maximum loot right here. Let's go to kill some G5s. And I think I'm done with the Annex event. Glad somebody brought it up, because I don't usually forget. I usually go over every bucket before the end of the day. But still, being able to do it now is good. Wolf says, should I buy the Annex 01 Enterprise Vindicator or Revenant next from the event shop? Ops 42. Again, prioritize the ones that you cannot get anywhere else. If there's a free-to-play path for these three, and I believe there is for every one of them, then if you want to speed up the acquisition on all of them, sure. But in general, you want to have every specialty ship too. You don't want to skip specialty ships, because the more recent they are, the more beneficial they are as a rule of thumb. So don't skip them and focus on ones that you cannot get anywhere else. And if you can get all of them everywhere else and you have nothing else to spend on to accelerate, then you can accelerate acquisition of these. That's a safe thing. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. Like, it will pay off short term, but I think long term you can do something else that will pay off better long term. Brett says, yeah, I also have super tight Tenzin overall. In general, I have slightly odd stances and motions. I'm really liking the orbit medallions in this event store. Yeah, orbit medallions are great. But in my case, I got all of the important primes, and the rest are just nice to have, but not too important. So I'm not doing them. I'm not spending anything on it, because again, there's a free-to-play path to acquire all of them eventually. Dolomite, same thing. I got the important ones. I got the efficiency ones almost maxed for the ship parts and mats. So it will be nice to complete those nodes, those research nodes, but it doesn't really contribute to my overall big plan. The big plan of get to Op 70, get the Enterprise E fast. That's my main objective. Everything I do, every decision I make in this game is to support that objective. If it doesn't support it, it goes into the maybe or no-go list. Or just, it will be nice to have one day. But that's just the way I play. Collectors will do something else. Completionists will do something else. This is just the way I play that makes me happy. Maxenheimer, did you do all of those, of the assault research? Yeah, for the most part. Let me launch and speed this up. I want to speed it up before a potential giant whale will bring their ship. They normally don't, but some of them may bring their ship and drink up my loot. So I want to solo this because Wait, I was sending the annex. Why did I do that? I'll show you my research tree. It's pretty much completed. So what are you getting from the event store? I will show you the list again in a second, Brett. Give me just a second and answer this one. Assault is in Starships. No, I left it. I mean, I can complete it, but not important enough. If there's ever an event that you score per research completed, and this can actually score some points, then I'm probably going to complete those. But I have no reason. Nobody does assaults anymore. Drop rate for the prime is bad. It is, but again, I don't need anything important, David. I got the important researches done. Almost done. And I'm getting a good amount of dolomite every week. Sorry, I'm spacing out here. Let me see where the... It's under station. Yeah, completed the prime efficient ship engineering with dolomite. And I have 2 more levels here. I have 1 more level almost done. But I also reached a point now that I'm not upgrading ships anymore to with the same aggressive level that I did before. The Enterprise D is maxed. And my G6 ships right now, if I do choose to tier them up, it's a material issue over a ship parts issue. So I can be patient with this now. For the time being, I can be patient here. And the rest of the dolomite ones, there are some good ones that I can complete, but they're not amazing. They're not like... They're not going to get me to level 70 faster. Okay, so Brett, what am I getting from the event store? This list... I'm getting 20 bundles of the Revenant rare parts. I'm getting the only Chaos Tech that I don't have access to, that there's no free-to-play path. It will cost me 38,400. And I'm getting G6 Uncommon Crystal. It's going to be 204, actually, because I leveled up. Oh my god, we have a raid. We have a raid. That's CDB2U. Thank you for the raid with 11 viewers. Thank you so much. How you guys doing? Those who don't know me, I'm James Bond. I am the highest almost free-to-play STFC player. And right now we're just going over some strategies and going over priorities in the event store and just talking about different things, running and archery and gaming and whatever it is we feel like. So welcome all in. And thank you for the raid again, CDB2U. I hope you had a good stream. Let me catch up here on the chat. Most of the assault research work also for Armada. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's assaults only. It says that specifically. No, not mirror. Hold on. Starships. Yeah, it says increases base damage during an assault while buffed with a Defiant. Are we talking about this, or are we talking about something else? You can look up on Spock's Club. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. If we're talking about these stupid researches, this is for the dead on arrival feature called assaults that nobody plays anymore. David says on YouTube, I agree. I don't, though. I'm talking about the ones from Silence. Dolomite I get. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about here, but if we're talking about the assault one, that's garbage. Good morning, CDB2U. How you doing? Highest free to play. Yeah, almost free to play. My account value is $45 and I'm $25 out of pocket, and I won a battle pass, a $20 battle pass early on. And then I decided to ban the store and never look back, and I live FOMO free. No FOMO. The FOMO doesn't exist in this dojo. Ops 53 EU 137. Very nice. Very nice. When did you join the game, CDB? I'm a Ghost Box Club. They encoded what it works on. I will look into that later. Never heard of it, but it's an interesting point. I never thought that it works on anything else. Brett Day, see, I don't think the interphasic mirror is really that great for the price compared to Chrono Deflector, which you can get from a faction store. I'm skipping. Correct. You can get the Chrono Deflector from the faction store, and I did that. I did that very thing. I have it and I have it maxed. This cannot be gotten anywhere else. It's an additional chaos deck that I can upgrade during the events and actually get some materials from or something, because that event pays materials. That event that we have running right now pays off materials, and I'll show you. Yeah, chaos deck upgrade. I can get almost 2100 G6 uncommon from this. Now, people don't know this unless they're watching my stream or they're going to watch the replay. But I'm actually planning a blitz. I'm going to jump up and sneak past them tomorrow morning. The last 10, 15 minutes, then they won't even know what hit them. And I'm going to collect 2100 G6 uncommon, which I will be converting to probably to ore and gas. So that will get me to Op 68 faster. So in my case, getting that chaos deck pays off materials. I'm trading event store currency for potential materials. That's how I look at it. I'm like, okay, good to know they work on Armada. I mean, I'll look into it. I don't really have Armada problems yet, but it's good to know that that's how it works. Broken Wolf says, oh, some folks on our server do it just to try and get a rise out of folks. Yeah, some people do that. CDB says that's amazing. Fair play. Most free to play. Mostly free to play. €20 battle pass from the start. Oh, it's 20 pounds. I think it's 20 pounds. But one of those. Yeah, I mean, a battle pass is probably the two things that clearly have the highest value. It's the battle pass, and also if you buy that monthly pack, I think it's $100. I don't know. I never bought it, but I know from the oopsie chests, if we go to resources, the one that gives you all the tokens here, you get like 30 tokens. So this pays off if you're a spender. I think these two actually give you tremendous progression value, but the rest are mostly FOMO. Well, everything is FOMO, but even more FOMO. Brett says, on my server, the whales go hard at that event. I couldn't compete, but good idea nonetheless. Thank you. Yeah, again, I don't snipe early. I snipe at the end. I mean, that's the idea of sniping, but like I don't want to invest and tap out on currencies that I'm hoarding on unless it almost guarantees paying me that payout that is making it worth it. Mashed Potato says, hi, I'm Opsy 38. Would you rate obtaining a Mantis a good buy? Every specialty ship is good to have, and I would say follow the free-to-play path to obtain them. If there is a free-to-play path, be patient and get it that way. If there's no other possible way of getting it, and the event store is the only place, then yes, get it from there. CDB, you're from the UK. Nice. Yeah, I've been to England twice. And, I mean, James Bond. I mean, MI6. You know. God save the Queen. And the King. Maxenheimer, do you even have, like, a special key on your keyboard for the pound symbol? I don't. But maybe they do. Shift 3 on UK. Next to the dollar. Okay, yeah, we have the hashtag on 3. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Okay, let's run a couple more armadas here. Yeah, shift 3 for me in the US is the hashtag. Okay, I'll recall the miners because they're going OPC like crazy right now. Brett says, see in the USA, the hash mark was originally called a pound sign. Ah, before Twitter and the Web 2.0. That's right, it is the pound sign. That's clever. I didn't think about it that way, but that makes sense. Pound sign. Left of the return key is the hashtag. So was it called the pound sign because the legacy of being pound in the UK? That's what we call hashtag pound as well. That's what it sounds like. Maxenheimer says in Germany, it's quartz. Z and Y are messed up for some reasons. Sucks whenever you accidentally mess up keyboards in Windows. Yeah, I'm always using like the standard US. I never looked at any different keyboard. Mac has a different keyboard, so I guess that counts. I'm so used to PC. I've been using PCs all my life. If I have to use a Mac, I don't even know where the north is. Amex says the descriptions are sometimes wrong, like FC79 ship parts protocols also work for G6, even though it is written explicitly to work on only G4 and G5. Yeah, we know that some of their descriptions are inaccurate. They're not doing a good job with actually being accurate here all the time. So there's a very high likelihood that what you say about the assaults actually applies to armadas. I mean, we know their track record, right? Brett Day says, my wife is from Africa. She lived in Italy and Germany for 5 years before moving here. She has a laptop from that era that has this keyboard with the 4 different labels on each key depending on which language you're using in it. I find that hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm so used to the English standard US one. This is like my go-to. Makes perfect sense though. The guy coming up with a working layout must have a true genius. Yeah, I mean, I do type in Hebrew sometimes, and I had keyboards that had the Hebrew letters on them and the English letters, but it's still the same exact layout. And because I typed for so many years, I don't have the Hebrew letters here, but I still remember where they are automatically, so I don't need to see them, but I can. One time I got stickers or whatever, so I can put them, but they were not staying there, so it was more of a hassle, so I just go off memory now. But 4 different languages, oof. Yeah, no, 2 languages is the most I can speak. I started learning Spanish on Duolingo, and I've been kind of lazy with that app. Duolingo is fun. They make it like a game, but you don't really get to practice it. I mean, really, to learn a language, you need to actually speak. You need to actually listen to people speaking it on a daily basis. That's really when you get better at it. Okay, I think I need one more Armada here, and then we'll finish. Brett, you see English, Italian, German, Spanish, and TWI. What language is that? That's insane. Yeah, 5 languages? That's insane. Taiwanese? What are we talking about? Speeder says, were the Hebrew letters where their English counterparts were? No, not B and Bet, not even close. Some, maybe a couple of them, but the rest are just, I don't even remember now. Let me see. Hebrew, English, keyboard. Let me look for an image or something. Wait, let me go there. So, I'm trying to find similarities. No, they're all different. Okay, this letter, P and pay in Hebrew, that's the actual same sound. And the rest are different. TWI is pronounced like Twi. She's Ashanti, and that's our native language. Learn something new every day. I didn't know that. It's pretty cool though, 5 languages. I wonder, like, is there any lag in processing? Like, let's say if she needs to tap into these languages, just switch languages, like, does she need some processing time or it's all automatic? Like, for me, 2 languages, it's all automatic. But 5 languages, I think there needs to be some, like, loading time. I don't know. How is her experience with that? No, but sometimes she will accidentally start talking in the wrong language. Yeah, I can see that. For me, I naturally respond in the language that I'm being spoken to. So, I mean, I speak Hebrew to my son. He understands a lot, but he mostly speaks English because, you know, he was born and raised here. So I can start with him in Hebrew, but if he says something in English, I will automatically, by default, answer in English unless I bring self-awareness and stay with Hebrew. But it's refreshing my high school German. Yeah, you can practice it. Okay, so we're going to finish this. And I can recall it. Maxenheimer, I'm German, but I've been consuming English content for so long that I started to think in English. Totally, I can see that. I think even Ripper, you know, originally from Germany and been working in American companies and English-speaking companies and playing English games and creating content in English. There's no escape from English. Amak says, it's so crazy when people speak so many languages without practicing.
I drink and I know things.
Yes, Ice Wolf. I do drink and I do know things. And so do you. People speak so many languages without practice. How you keep it all in your head? I don't know. CDB says, I'm off to bed as it's nearly 1 a.m. here in the UK. Hope you have a great stream, James Spawn, and thank you for looking after the collective for me. Thank you so much for the raid, and I hope also you had a great stream and have a good night. And I'll see you next time online. Ice Wolf says, I have 666 points. This means pandemonium. Yeah, thanks for redeeming that. Maxenheimer says, once met Ripper in person, such a nice blog. Yeah, me too. I met him here in SoCal when he was here with, I didn't meet Ultimate DJs. I just met him one evening. Taco says, that's the same with me in Spanish. Default is Spanish, but if I respond in English, I switch even if they understood Spanish. Yes. Yeah, I go with the flow of whatever language is being spoken. Ice Wolf, you're off to play Tankies with Rev. Thank you so much for being here, Ice Wolf. And yeah, thank you for the sub. I think I'm also going to wrap it up because I have a meeting at 5. So I probably should wrap it up and get ready for the meeting. You know what? Let's raid the ginger. Let's just all move to the ginger. Let's just do that. Let me start the raid. Where is he? Found him. And I'm going to start raiding him. Okay, guys. I will see you on Saturday morning. And definitely Monday for the big arena reveal day. Monday evening. And we're going to move over to Rev and have some fun over there. So thanks for everything. Thanks for the follows, for the redeems, for the subs, and for the fun and for the bits. And I'll see you guys next time. And let's move over to Rev.
Welcome in all the Raiders. We're doing a little bit of war thundering. Good to see everybody here. It's always a pleasure to make your acquaintance. How you doing, JB? Tank has a Christmas. This is not a Christmas, it's a bush. It's a bush and a gnome. You gotta know your revenue